Time.
Cool. It's time to, let me make sure we're live on YouTube.
We should be.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Can we do a quick check and see if you can hear us in the chat? Please give us a little ping. Let us know we're good to go.
Be good to go.
If anyone can verify that so we can make sure audio is good.
Yeah, I'll just check where's the YouTube link.
Be careful for feedback.
Hey, everyone. Hey.
Okay, thank you, FS. Appreciate that.
We here.
Okay, welcome again to the next meeting, the ZBrain meeting, July 10th, 2021. Thanks for joining. We're going to discuss a few things that are going on around the community as much as we know. A couple of meeting topics, 1 through 6 here, core updates, recent news, a lot of social activity, a lot of activity on getbtcz.com as well. And then we have a nice little graphic for the future, different little major components that I can see that they're being worked on or that can be worked on. And then we'll kind of end with some community feedback as usual and throughout the chat as well. Let's discuss a little bit of the core updates. I think I'm hearing somebody has their stream unmuted. If you can mute that on the host side, please. Thank you. A little bit of core updates as of now. We had tested up to 2.10 in the core node update. We're at currently 2.07 right now, which was the previous update. And we need to clarify something from last round. The subsequent updates are going to end up kind of discouraging the use of Sprout ZC addresses, which are the old private addresses. As you know, we activated Sapling maybe a year and a half ago or two, from what I can remember. And we are going to really be focusing on Sapling. And based on the code trajectory from Zcash code base, it seems like they're not completely getting rid of Sprout addresses. So the old addresses, it seems like they're still trying to plan that. I think I checked maybe a few months ago, and as of 4.0 or so, I think they still have, I don't know if they've completely kind of disregarded or disabled them at all. So, but as of now, it is encouraged to kind of just put everything in your sapling addresses as far as private addresses are concerned. This is really mainly with the core node. If you're using a full node wallet, you can use these things. Other light wallets don't have these options as of now that I know of. So again, just kind of discouraging the use of the old ZC addresses and kind of just moving your funds to private sapling addresses. We tested in 2.10, and it looks like they're still available in 2.10, which is not released yet. And I think we're going to wait until post-halving to release that. I think we're going to have to do a minor update to the deprecation height so that, you know, we can keep the chain running post the halving, and then we can work on future updates for the core nodes, which is probably going to take a while, and we'll discuss a little bit why later. There's some recent news to talk about. There's actually, I think, a good amount of recent news. I believe I think we spoke about DogeDex last time. But I think we need to cover a couple more things about it to kind of make sure everyone understands. Go ahead.
Yes, in the last time we hadn't spoken about the DogeDex.
Okay.
Hello everyone. We had spoken about the Atomic Dex, which is the same API with DogeDex, to be honest. But the DogeDex is a different listing because it is another application, but the users can take liquidity from the same order book. We can consider this as a branch of the same tree. We are especially proud for this listing because I have to remind you that it was a 100% community victory. We had a high priority listing there after winning a Twitter voting procedure against projects that had a very aggressive marketing tactic, like SafeMoon and other centralized tokens, which are completely pre-owned during their launch. So they can afford a massive spending of funds for bot followers, fake inflated social media numbers, etc., which act as magnet for new people who just enter the crypto world. So these people are impressed by these numbers and decide to invest money for these tokens, just to find after some time that they are in reality trapped, since they bought a useless asset that can even hardly be considered as a real cryptocurrency. Anyway, despite this fact, our project, having a small but organically grown community of real people and only real people, we made it to win the vote, and we got the DodgeDex listing prize first. This listing is for the desktop application for now, but in the near future, the DodgeDex team has declared that we will be included in their mobile one as well.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Good news.
This
Great.
is great news. Yeah.
The DodgeDex is an application with both wallet and exchange functionalities, so we can consider it a double listing due to the fact that we now have an extra wallet option and an extra exchange option at once. As we said previously, it utilizes the Komodo team's Atomic Dex API, so it grants to the users the opportunity to own their keys for a wide range of digital assets like BitcoinZ, Digibyte, Komodo, Litecoin, Doge, Ethereum, and Binance Chain tokens, and many more. At the same time, with its DEX functionality, decentralized exchange, and using atomic swaps technology, the user is able to swap an asset into another one by setting an order or by fulfilling one. We have to underline again that it uses the same order book and contributes to it with its liquidity, with Atomic Dex. So, like Atomic Dex, DodgeDex is among the very few truly decentralized exchanges. Mm-hmm. The user literally trades from his own wallet with peer-to-peer transactions without any third party like centralized exchanges do, holding his assets. Yeah. Of course, this has a series of benefits. You can see them in the graphic. We have next to zero risk of losing your funds because of a scam exit or an exchange closure or hack. Also, there are no sneaky delistings anymore for the projects that are hosted in the applications because, as we know, the centralized exchanges play several games by delisting an asset and listing another for a few months and delisting it. You know that, everyone. The second advantage is that the user pays no withdrawal fee, since there is no withdrawal at all. He trades from his own wallet, and the trading fees are extremely low. We have a minimal 0.15% only for the buyer. The seller pays nothing. So another big advantage is that there is not much time needed, since there are no long waits for withdrawal approvals. We are waiting only for the swaps to be completed, and this time will only be less and less as the project time, as the block time, for the most projects will be reducing in the future. The fourth advantage is that the trading pairs and combinations are theoretically unlimited. We can trade directly to every asset we wish, not only with Bitcoin or Ethereum, like it happens in the most centralized exchanges. The only limit, of course, is liquidity, nothing else. I hope that we will get more and more liquidity in this family of DEXs in the future, because right now we have good liquidity only in some specific markets like BitcoinZ versus Litecoin. But it is up to all of us to have a better liquidity in the future. And the final Advantage is that the user enjoys a real decentralized experience with no time-consuming registrations. This is very important since we have many requirements in documents and difficult know your client procedures in many other centralized exchanges. So I strongly believe that this is an amazing platform and a very important listing. We have 2 DEXs now.
Great. Yes, that's yeah, we do. So it's Atomic Dex now and Doge Dex. That's pretty much what we have for now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. And I think if I remember later on, I wanted to kind of mention a couple of things that I had been researching as well that add liquidity to the way it works. And it's, I'm sure people have heard about it, but I'll kind of mention it later on. So moving on to the next slide here. Thanks, Vandar, for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I guess I can cover this one. We recently, and by recently I mean a month ago, got a new trading pair at Crex exchange. We paid 525 USDT for this additional listing. We now have an opportunity to buy BitcoinZ for USDT. So whoever wants to obtain our coins through USDT is now free to do so. Yeah. We used the funds from the voluntary donations that were acquired during the Folgory/CoinsBit exchange proposals, but these, due to the not so fair and maybe open customer relations issues, were dropped. So we currently have 10,000 USDT held on ROX account to potentially invest, and we're thinking about investing it into the advertisement. But this is just one of the implications of how we spend some of the money, fraction of it, for additional listings. So anybody willing to buy BTCZ with USDT is free to do so. Unfortunately, there is KYC procedure and cracks, but so far this is the best we can do for this stable USDT asset.
Yeah, it makes sense. You know, having it, it's almost expected to have the KYC, but it's okay for now. I mean, once we, you know, further on, but it's good liquidity to be able to come, you know, kind of in and out, especially with a stable pair. So I believe that offers some wider advantages as well. So
yeah, good. We had in our general chat a growing demand for this USDT pair. So now whoever was interested in that is free to do so. And
yes,
Crex 24.
Awesome. I believe we were gonna try a different one, but it was ridiculously expensive, or I don't remember what had happened about that, but I think there was something.
Yeah, we tried with Stacks, because Stacks is also operating in North America, but I think they charge like $5,000 or $10,000 on one of the two.
Yeah, I think it was closer to 10. Yeah,
we consider that cost not justified.
Yeah. Yep. Cool. I'm gonna move on to the next slide here. The What to Mine edition, which is really awesome to hear.
Yeah, definitely increased visibility in the miner world. That's really good. Finally being reinstated after crossing that one set price. So hopefully we're here to stay.
Yes, I believe, guys, that this one was a very important advance because it massively widens the audience for the project. It is no secret that BitcoinZ is almost always on the top places of the most profitable coins to mine for 2 basic reasons. First, it is super fair with zero premine, no ICO sales, and no insta-mine period. In simple words, all its supply is distributed to the members of its network, the miners. So the profit is always higher in comparison with other coins that were launched without fulfilling the aforementioned things. And the second reason is that BitcoinZ has an ASIC resistant mining algorithm. So It blocks these machines from mining the coin, letting the PC owners to exclusively mine it, distributing the rewards to the common people, not to the elites that own an ASIC miner. A more fair and decentralized coin distribution is achieved this way.
This is, of course, assuming you have NVIDIA GPU, right?
Mostly, but the recent series of AMD GPUs are not so bad in mining equihash variant algorithms, really.
Oh, good to know.
Yes.
I think the algorithm is not there's a certain aspect to it that allows, I think, even newer ones to be okay with it. I think, from what I understand, I haven't researched it pretty too deeply, but
I think even if with AMD card you can have a reasonable coin yield with LOL miner. I think.
Yeah, I've always had.
Miner that allows it.
I've always had decent. Yep.
We had asked to the MiniZ developers to add an AMD GUI graphic user interface miner in their application, and they had answered that they will try it. Let's see if they could make it in the very next months. I would like to comment the safe trade in CoinMarketCap news as well. The safe trade is a very important partner for BitcoinZ. It can be found in CoinMarketCap now. This was great news, reporting the trading liquidity in the most popular informative platform about crypto. That took place just a few weeks ago, and it is super nice to see the loyal partners advancing and going forward, because the good projects out there are very few, guys, and they're among countless crypto scams. So the only way to evolve and gain popularity is by cooperation and mutual support between these projects. I really see no other way. We have to remind that Safe Trade is among the trustworthy exchanges with zero issues until today. And this is something really rare in the world of cryptocurrencies. They provide extreme support in a special Discord channel, solving any question. And they have 3 BitcoinZ markets versus Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Safecoin, and almost 3 years of partnership.
Yeah, we were the first coin listed on SafeTrade.
Yes, indeed. So they're a precious ally for our community, and we are extremely glad with this news taking place recently. A stronger and more popular safe trade means more liquidity and more popularity for all the hosted assets, including us, BitcoinZ. So
and
please
very
dedicate
importantly, for those valuing privacy, there is no KYC here.
Right. That's true. And I would like to ask everyone to dedicate 1 minute of our free time in order to let a nice review in Trustpilot for Safe Trade, because they really worth it.
Okay, let's see.
Nice to support them. Yes.
Pull up. Let's see if we can pull up a link for that. I don't know if we can. Be the right one. Yeah, there's so many different safe trades. Yeah, we can post that later. Okay. Moving on to the next slide here. Articles and press releases. It looks like there's been a lot of activity on that as well.
Yes. We had some good articles in the last 90 days, and I would like to give special regards to all the dear members of the community who release or share articles about BitcoinZ. It is very important, as we explain to the people the original pure cryptocurrency idea through all these. with a 100% community-driven cryptocurrency with fair rules that offers decentralization in every level, its network, its coin distribution, and its governance. So BitcoinZ was launched as a gift to the world, since everyone can be a part of it and enjoy freedom with an alternative transaction network. I would like to mention just a small paragraph from a recent article, how to separate the hidden gems in the cryptocurrency world, that had been hosted in our crypto blog of the new site. Many people seem to misunderstand the need for extra use cases that some projects, usually the service providers, intentionally tend to hype. We should be able to separate the projects that are in a bad need to get more use cases, a reason for existence, since they have to prove why they had been premined, with their founders getting the lion's share or all the coins of the project in their pockets. In contrast with a few real cryptocurrencies that their first fundamentals and rules are the reasons to exist and enjoy popularity over time. A cryptocurrency was supposed to free the people from any central authority issuing or controlling funds. A cryptocurrency was supposed to offer real decentralization, fair rules, and cheap borderless transactions. The 99% of the cryptocurrency projects are totally unrelated with the above. In the best scenarios, some of them act as companies and service providers. In the most usual scenario, they act as scam projects with one single target: to make their founders rich. Finally, we should not forget that extra use cases or even DeFi or other functionalities can be developed and added anytime in the future to the few pure cryptocurrencies. In contrast, a clean past with fair rules and launch can never be added to the fake wannabe cryptocurrencies. This was a part of a very nice article that we had released recently.
Good, awesome, good to hear. Yeah, that's those are the same main factors that we launched on as well, and that people are understanding. They're starting to see that, or they see that for a while now. That's good to see. Moving on to the next one real quick. Oh, go ahead.
About the safe trade, guys, it was safe.trade for everyone who would like to search for it in the Trustpilot. It's safe.trade.
Oh, thank you for that. Ben.
Yeah, I posted a link in the YouTube chat.
Okay, thank you. I don't see it. Okay, I moved on to the next slide here. Yeah, I have seen quite a bit of meme activity on Twitter for sure.
Yeah.
Vander, are you the culprit?
Guys, this is already legendary. Yes, we all know what is going on with the memes in general, but specifically for the cryptocurrency world. You know, this is crazy. Pictures from movies, comic characters, or even simple people under special circumstances that become popular are all used in order to deliver special messages. And
Nice.
our community is no exception, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely.
This is very positive. Very positive. Yeah.
Yes, guys, our members had some of the top ideas in all the crypto world, I have to confess. And this can be easily verified with a visit to our artwork library, where we have concentrated many of them. It is impossible to concentrate all of them, you know. But we have made it with many of them. By scanning the QR code, you can visit this platform. Thanks to Rock for providing this platform to the community. Every member is free to open even his own account there and upload creations. Then every picture can be downloaded and shared by other users, or even easily used in forums, social media, or articles as embedded. You know, the platform is giving a really ready-to-use URL under every artwork, exactly like other popular hosting and sharing apps like Imgur do. It is very easy.
Nice. That's interesting. Yeah, I'd like to make a special mention of the QR codes. If you notice, there's tons of QR codes all over the place that Vandar injects into all these graphics and different people. But this is that's extremely useful to streamline accessing all of these resources that are available to kind of build the eminence in the crypto space, really. And around the world in communities, I was actually going to mention that I started, having some of my family members set up BTCZ wallets and sending them some coins so they can kind of exchange with each other as well for different items, to kind of use it as a currency exchange as well between, person to person. So little things like that help really propel the way we can use the coin, that's for sure. On to the next slide. This is interesting. These came out of seemingly nowhere, the faucet platforms, which we had, I think we went from not having one for a while to having two of them all of a sudden. So I want to make special mention to Bolo and PUBG Pirate as well for creating these or managing and maintaining these platforms. This is actually an excellent example of the kind of intervention that we need for people to be joining, really just picking up an idea and creating it and launching it and maintaining it. That's kind of what this community is about, that we need to continue to see, to continue to carry it forward. It's not just about everyone do this and do this for me. It's, what can you do, as we've always said.
Exactly, yes.
Many thanks to Bolo and Pirate, yes.
Yep. Okay, let me go on to the next slide. Make sure you guys scan those or visit those sites, please. It's pretty useful to see, pretty useful product to have. Listings, you exchange listings. I see this is some great work. I think, Vandar, you created this sheet, didn't you?
Yes, guys, we tried to gather, many elements and stuff about the exchanges. It is a quite informative table, and at the same time, it is a little shocking because the most of them are among the top 50 exchanges, centralized exchanges. From a liquidity aspect in the coin market cap. And I say that because, with our recent try as community to be listed in Folgory, as many you might have already known, we found out that there are so many aspects where the centralized exchanges are shocking their users. Many stories about exchanges that loot the accounts of their users when they find out that the user is depositing a big enough sum, like $1,000 or $2,000 and above. They just loot the account and they find ridiculous excuses in order to explain this. Like they don't approve the documents for the KYC procedure, the Know Your Client procedure, or they just shut down and the user cannot log in and they ignore his emails. Other exchanges have crazy withdrawal fees. You can see them. Some exchanges have terrible scores in many reviewing sites. Of course, all these reviews are not always true. There are many haters. There are many people who don't understand how a cryptocurrency works. they try to deposit in a wrong address, so they lose an asset and they charge the exchange after this. You know, there are many such stories, or there are many fake reviews where someone says that he was he has his account closed, and he at the same time he promotes a fake lawyer or a company that it is trying to get back lost funds. But you know, there's so many scams. But to be safe, we should try to find some exchanges after research and with logical withdrawal fees, with a minimum of positive reviews, with clean past. It would be nice to accept US clients or UK clients, because these people try to find centralized exchange, and many times they cannot. The exchanges refuse to service them.
Mm-hmm. In addition, thanks for that great work. Those comparisons are interesting, and those are good points. A lot of it is either extremely expensive or just is not accommodating to really use cases for a privacy coin, really. But I think this is a good time to kind of mention there are some liquidity protocols out there, and the main one that I had been researching, and I would actually ask the community to help reach out and figure things out and read and research how ThorSwap liquidity protocol works. It's a great mechanism for cross-chain exchanges of value, and I think they're in the early stages, but they have a very, very good schematic on how to exchange between chains. And it would be helpful for our community to reach out to some people in that, on the ThorSwap Discord channel and so forth, and or other Zcash communities, and figure out what actually needs to be done. I've been doing some research myself, but things like that are what would propel liquidity and kind of help really just be able to exchange it completely privately, is actual cross-chain swap. So I want to mention that again. ThorSwap is probably, in addition to DEXs, are very important as well, but liquidity protocols where you can cross-chain as well, it should really be, it would be extremely helpful to have. I did want to mention, I don't know if anyone saw this tweet. I'm going to go ahead and paste it here in the channel. It is in regards to exchanges of some sort. I know you guys know Zcash mining. You've seen him around in the community before doing different things. He engages with different communities as well. But he mentioned something on Twitter, and I would like to see this happen. I think a bridge for another network, concealed network. So I don't know where that's at, but it's worth mentioning, I think. Okay, move on to the next slide here. So I think we have a huge stat changes in social activity. 35% up on Discord, 65% up on Twitter, 11% on Facebook, which I think we had the heaviest. I think most users or followers on Facebook. That's why I guess it's a smaller margin, but 34% on Reddit. Good to see the major uptick. And we're not even it's not even a month's worth of data, as Vandar had mentioned to me in chat earlier. I mean, it cuts off on the 3rd, but yeah, it's more than a month of data, but still, it's that's quite impressive to see.
Guys, these are the changes in the 90 days period. It's the quarter. It's the previous quarter versus the previous before, the one before the previous. So it is about 20 December until 20 March, and 20 March until 20 June. All these statistics are between 20 March until 20 June, yes, and we can find out that we had a really excellent quarter, despite the bearish trend of the last month or something.
Yep. That is true. Watch list now. That's a huge one. That's 166%. Look at that.
Yeah, I guess I would like to add for the Twitter, especially, I've seen a substantial increase in the activity for all the BTCZ members. So many thanks, community. This is really helping us in increasing our recognition and visibility. Well done.
Yeah, that is true. There has been a huge uptick in Twitter activity. That's for sure. Yeah, I can also agree with thanks to the community for that. Those types of things are what help everyone as a whole. Crypto watch list 166% up. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is a massive gain, really. And the watch list is a really important thing because it means a lot of things, that the project is gaining traction and is gaining the attention of many people.
Yeah, and basically they can track it and they'll see changes or movements within that. Blockfolio is pretty interesting as well because we get to kind of publish information out there through the signals that we have, and I think it's been pretty useful to get messages across.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It is a very important platform for us, and we will try to get the signals platform of CoinGecko as well. We have already emailed CoinGecko and grant us access to the relevant application that they offer as Blockfolio.
Oh, good, interesting. Yes, another thing to add. Great.
Another thing that I would like to add is that our social media numbers are 100% organic and real. There are no bots. Even when somebody tried to add 100 or something of fake followers, we couldn't control this. We found out which are these profiles with 0 followers, and we deleted them. In contrast with many other cryptocurrencies, with the most of them that use mostly fake followers. So, you can see many profiles, social media profiles of other cryptocurrencies that have something like 10,000 or 20,000 or 50,000 followers. And when you see their tweets, they have 1 like or 1 retweet or no retweet or 2 retweets. This is just impossible. You easily understand that all these are fake followers. In contrast, our profiles have 50 retweets, 80 likes, 100 likes, such numbers. So you can easily understand that all our followers are real people. These are the statistics from the new site. Okay, this is just a fantastic quarter for the new site. The users, the sessions, the pages are all almost tripled.
Yeah, that great work on that. That after launching it, really just got a lot of traction on that. I think the next slide will talk to us about the actual search and how they arrived there.
Yes. Yes, this means a lot as well because we have the most visitors from organic search. It is not from paid search or even the green. The green part is the deep green, which is direct. No, the paid search is 0. We have not paid for getting visitors to the site. Oh yeah, this is the period I mentioned previously. We should have put this 20 March up to 20 June in the previous slides as well. Sorry for that.
No problem. Gotcha. Makes sense. And that is true too. We got people going directly to the site as well, just typing it in the URL, meaning that they already know the BitcoinZ brand and community and kind of go visit to see what's going on. That's interesting to see. At least that's what I think about it.
Very positive data, very green, very nice. Well done, Bandar.
Yep.
Well done to all of our community, guys. This was a fantastic quarter.
Yeah, we all promoted. Yes, it's true.
Yep. Site updates on getbtcz.com.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
We will say a few words about the site updates.
Oh,
You know, this video screen is is very characteristic, and we use it now. It is like a gateway, where a digital gateway, meaning that the visitor is entering our cryptocurrency world.
Illuminati confirmed.
Yeah, guys, the most fascinating aspect of the Get BitcoinZ site is the community translation. Yes, you were in the right slide. I really
sorry about
enjoy.
that. Yeah, go ahead.
No. I really enjoy this thing when the administrators of the site are opening the page where the community translation fixes and phrases are listed. We had in the last quarter 2,800 phrases fixed, which is a big progress in comparison with the previous quarter. So this means that many people from our community are contributing, dedicating some free time in order to fix the automated translation errors. So the phrases, certain phrases are making sense now and are perfectly translated in their mother languages. In the next slide, we can see even which languages were had the biggest progress. It is the Hungarian language, and our friend Daniel K. The followings for many of us, we know him with this nickname.
Yeah,
Was our top translator of the last quarter. He has made a very good job.
Awesome. Yeah, I remember him well.
Yes, of course. And we have many other members who have contributed as well for the French language, RP and Bruno Blogs, for the Russian, Chance FX, of course, our beloved Chance FX and Nakibzan, and for the Greek, Dio, a very good guy, for Japanese, Toshi, and for Thai, Terapass, another very old member. And we hope in the next quarters, more and more people are going to contribute. And maybe we could arrange even some prizes from the community funds in order to give some symbolic prizes to our translators who have dedicated some time in order to translate the site, the automated translations to fix this in their mother languages.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I agree with that. Yeah, that is a good idea.
We will sooner or later have the site translated in many languages, guys. This will be really wonderful. When someone enters the site, he will get his mother language, and some definitions are really difficult to understand, even in your mother language. When the translation is not good, the visitor cannot understand the cryptocurrency definitions. So this is a great job.
Yep, great work, everybody. I'd like to mention that as well, recognizing all of these people. I recognize all of them, I believe, and it's interesting to see people stick around like this. You know, that's really what continues to help growth. This is a hot topic. This is coming up really soon. BitcoinZ halving.
Yes, October.
I will say only that we have added a special section in the new site with a counter, with a countdown, and an explanation, because many people are questioning are we going to have a cut in the supply, in the whole supply, or a 2-to-1 swap or something? No, guys. There is no burn of the supply in the BitcoinZ project. The BitcoinZ project supply is immutable. And all the plan of the halvings. The halvings are just the mining reward halvings, the block reward. So we explain it. If you scan this QR code, you can go to the section of the BitcoinZ halving and understand how this works and what it means. It is exactly what happens with the classic Bitcoin every 4 years, because both BitcoinZ and the Bitcoin, the classic Bitcoin, are deflationary assets with fixed maximum supply and with their emissions, which means their daily mining rewards to the community, being reduced stably with a plan every 4 years. They're halved.
Yep. That's basically the monetary policy. And it's be interesting to see. I think people have been waiting for this for a long time now, obviously 4 years, right, since launch. So it'd be interesting to see the network effect on something like this as well.
Yeah, we don't manipulate the supply. We don't print. We don't increase the circulation like other projects or central banks. The amount of maximum supply that you see on CMC is the fixed number.
Exactly. Good. Absolutely good point. These are especially helpful. I love these, the mining videos, and especially the Copay. Speaking of Copay, I think I had mentioned before to Vandar and other people as well. That's a great onboarding video for mining from your PC that just about anyone can do with a graphics card, most PCs nowadays. And I think
Yes, guys.
Go ahead.
Oh, I would like just to say that we are concentrating now to the release of more videos because people asked for it some months ago to add more material in the YouTube in order to find more easily things about BitcoinZ. But not only, we really want to help every cryptocurrency fan in order to understand things. For example, the troubleshooting guide for the Copay wallet is useful for every Copay-based wallet for any cryptocurrency that has this core in the application. Everything is almost the same for other cryptocurrencies. The mining video, it is helpful for everyone who want to mine a crypto with mini Z. It is helpful for other cryptocurrencies as well. And we will release more and more. The next slides are about videos again and again.
Yep. Crypto wallets for BitcoinZ is very obviously really important. I wanted to mention too, regarding the Copay wallet and the infrastructure there. It's important to point out here now that your coins do live on the blockchain. As long as you have everything you need, you will more than likely almost 100% be able to retrieve what you need to retrieve. However, I will mention the infrastructure for the Copay wallet system is having a bit of some issues, but that doesn't mean that you can't get your coins. And I think going forward, we'll figure out what needs to be done with that. But I do encourage you to look into the various many other options that are available for wallets, especially for BitcoinZ as well.
Yes, that's true, guys. We have many other options, and the future, to be sincere, is in the multi-coin wallets mostly. The hardcore fans of cryptocurrency who only trust the native wallets usually they run a full node wallet. The users that wish to have an easy solution in the light wallet, they usually prefer multi-coin wallets. So because you know how many applications you're going to have in your mobile device, 100 or something. There are fans who wish to have Dogecoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin, BitcoinZ, of course, and Ethereum, and you know, so they download an application like Coinomi or Vidulum or SafeCoin, SafePay, sorry, and they can host many coins in one application.
Yep.
Oh yes, these videos are very, very nice because recently we had many people who found it very difficult to get a gaming GPU with these crazy prices in the industry. You know, a new NVIDIA GPU can cost even $2,000 or euros, the insane prices. Even second-hand GPUs are priced at 150 euros and such things. So many people decided to buy a gaming laptop, guys. You may find it insane, but really they have much more logical prices because you get a whole laptop, a gaming laptop with the 3060, for example, RTX GPU, mobile GPU, of course, at $1,000 or 3070 at $1,200 and $300. So a gamer can enjoy a game in the laptop and he can mine as well during the night or something. And this video is very useful explaining the right video, I mean, as you look at the screen, it is explaining, it is giving very useful tips how to securely mine and play games and have low temperatures. And of course, the other video, the left one, is explaining why BitcoinZ is one of the top, if not the top one, crypto to mine with NVIDIA GPUs right now.
Awesome.
You can find them in YouTube and soon maybe in the platform that Monobody had mentioned in the previous meeting.
Oh yeah, I forgot what that's called. Odyssey, right? Is it Odyssey or is it like library?
It's Odyssey. Yes,
it's Odyssey.
Right.
Yes. Yeah,
cool. We will upload them there as well.
Awesome.
Yep, we will.
The future, this is what I had mentioned a little bit earlier, and I think I kind of touched on the BitcoinZ multi-wallet usage. I really encourage multi-use wallets. DEXs obviously are extremely important to further propel really our eminence and BitcoinZ's usage in the ecosystem as well. And I'm going to skip over exchange listings because most of those things, when I see that, I think of centralization, and that's kind of really it really creates a lot of friction. But availability and other chains is what I had talked about earlier with things like liquidity protocols and the ThorSwap ecosystem. I think that we need to really try hard to find out how we can get added there and what technical work needs to be done and the possibility of doing that as well. I will speak a bit about the hardware wallet stuff. I think Rock is still trying. We got really far, and now I think there was an issue with the updates or the versioning for the nano dependencies or the kind of the software that you need to run for Ledger. So he's still trying to work on that, still trying to get somebody to follow through on what they say. We've had a lot of people approach us, and for whatever reason, the technical, I guess, necessities or needs that they, or knowledge that they need to have, they all of a sudden they forget. I don't know what the deal is with that, but it's still in progress moving forward there. So
yes, guys, I would like to add that at this graph is containing some of the ideas and some of the sub-projects that have been either mentioned or are under development already, but not all of them are going to be released in the very next weeks or months or something. We have to understand that this is how decentralized development acts. This is the meaning of the decentralized development. BitcoinZ is a really community-driven project, so the team cannot work for things around in all the ecosystem. You know, we can work for some things about the core, but everything is developed from other users, so from members of the community. So, for example, the Cryptospedia video series are developed from my team. The hardware wallets are developed from Rock's team, and for example, the availability in other chains, as CryptoRex had mentioned, some members like Newcas are trying to find connections with other communities, with DeFi projects, in order to find a way to provide liquidity of BitcoinZ in a tokenized form in other blockchains, like in the Binance or in Ethereum or Thorchain or other chains. And this procedure is not a very easy one. We have to be sure that the bridge, the way that the tokenized form is connected with our blockchain is transparent and with no flaw. Everything that is released in the Binance chain as BitcoinZ or something, because recently a scam was reported and mentioned, is just a scam. You know, everything will be announced from the team when everything is going to work perfectly, not before. This is under research right now, in the research phase. The BitcoinZ DEX wallet, sorry, I forgot. It is about a project where we could release a BitcoinZ branded version of Atomic DEX. Like we previously said that the Doge DEX is a branch of the same tree, we could have a BitcoinZ branded Atomic DEX-like wallet using the open source code from their platform. And maybe we have some help from the Komodo team about that. We will see. The BitcoinZ multi-wallet is from Chad's team. So as you can see, all this, the ZBrain rewarding is just an idea right now. It is an idea, and this would require a voting procedure, because this is supposed to reward the community with a small part from the community funds in a mechanism where the users might stake BitcoinZ without locking them, in order to gain some BitcoinZ as prize, in the same way like we see in the Vidulum wallet. This, of course, would not change the nature of the coin. Okay, the only way to gain from the new blocks of the blockchain mining rewards is 100% POW, proof of work, you know, by mining. This is just a scenario that we might have a voting from the community in order to approve that. About the exchange listings, we said before that we have to make some researches in order to be sure that the exchanges will be trustworthy. It would be a loss of funds to be listed in an exchange that is untrustworthy and has just some months or 1 year life. The BitcoinZ escrow is an idea that recently the PUBG pirate threw, and of course there are many ideas that we have not listed in this diagram. Like in the past, the BitPay link was a total surprise. Okay, it was a member that worked for this platform, and this was an amazing platform. It was offering a lottery with BitcoinZ coins, a PayPal and other cryptocurrency bridge in order to get BitcoinZ to purchase BitcoinZ. So this is decentralized development. A member can work for projects that are going to utilize BitcoinZ, and many times we don't even know the plans that are under development.
Yeah, I would definitely say that that's a lot of the way things have actually just been created for BitcoinZ. People just have popped out of nowhere, and we need more of those things. And we need, and I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the next. Are we done with this slide? I don't know if I think we touched on everything here.
Yes.
I just wanted to add one thing. For people interested in charity and like contribution and well-being of others, especially those in need. Daniel K., the Hungarian translation contributor, is also leading a micro loan initiative where you can basically contribute fiat and get BitcoinZ for initiatives that basically help poor families. I will post a link in the YouTube.
Thank you.
So feel free for that.
Oh God, this was a very, that's it exactly. That is proving what we were saying previously. This was a project that, sorry to Daniel K. We didn't add it here. We should have added as well. Sorry, guys.
No worries. We will mention it accordingly.
It's in the chat.
And in the next one, we will graphically represent this.
We will cover it better next time. Yes, but it's so far in the chat.
Let me add you actually as moderator, Monobody, because I think your links aren't coming out. Can you repaste that link, please? I'm sorry.
Oh, am I being muted? Oh, okay.
No, it's just it's that when you not everyone can post links.
Oh, I see now. Okay.
That's why I couldn't see the other link previously.
I see. Awesome. Thanks.
I still don't see it, but I guess you'll get to it. You'll get it.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Oh, I don't see it as a link, though.
I cannot see it. Yes. We will leave it in a comment after the.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll do
the meeting then.
Yep. This slide right here is an extremely important slide, and it's because we need more technical people to really join the team and probably work with me and test and continue to test later versions of the core node process of the core node code base from Zcash. We've done extensive testing so far up to a certain version, but we need more people that are willing to volunteer their time. This is important for the future of BitcoinZ. And I can't really express it anymore that this is really, when I say this, like I've mentioned it before, you need to have technical background and understand how networks work, how launching a VPS works, how, using Node.js works, how compiling a source code base works. And you need to have some technical expertise to come join and really start contributing to the core node process, because we really need that a lot. We really need that. I can't express it more than that, but really extensive testing needs to happen for core node updates to occur. And we need a lot of eyes on it. And we've had those eyes so far, but we need more. And so aside from the other types of projects that you can build on BitcoinZ, the core node can run. It can run practically forever, but it needs attention, and we need people to contribute. And those that really care about the future should really listen to this as a call to action and really try and contribute based on your expertise, or reach out to people that understand the way the blockchain works and ask them to contribute sometime. They don't need to dedicate all of their time, but it would be very helpful for the future of the core node process and updates to onboard and work with me in testing and continue to really move that part of it forward.
Yes, so if any of you or your friends have a technical guy that likes freedom and financial independence, please recommend BitcoinZ to the person. And we really would use the extra help, like Rex expressed.
I would like to publicly add here that maybe we should. I noticed the question about marketing as well while we were speaking in the YouTube chat, and I would like to add here that maybe we should add two mechanisms of how to say
incentive
to have a small part of the yearly community fundraising, a small part for marketing, a certain small part for marketing, and even more importantly for the core maintainers of the project, guys, because keeping a team that is dedicated in the core development and maintenance and updates, it is crucial for the survival of the project. You know, when the project has a secure core with updates and additional features, it will attract more and more members who are going to develop things like we previously described in the previous graph. So this is a very big thing that we should propose to vote and to implement in the very next weeks, maybe.
Yeah,
in my humble opinion.
I will second that. Yes, I've had many ideas about really just giving people that recognition in the term of that type of compensation in a sense, but for really major core needs, I think that's really something that we need to explore more and actually execute on a plan like that, because it's important. I know people want to see something come back, but really this is a major call. You guys need to, I mean, the community needs to take it seriously. They take a lot of things seriously, but this is a serious call to action. Step aside from all those people that just say, do this, do that, when this, when that, and turn to, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, if that makes sense. That's really what we need. And the background and the techno expertise to be able to push something like that forward. It's not simple. What you see happening here and all of the infrastructure, you guys, a lot of people don't realize what is involved in keeping the lights on. But it requires a lot. It's not just, people that are not doing anything. There's a lot of things happening. And to continue to have that happen, we need to have people that want to jump in with the expertise to help continue to propel it forward.
Nicely put, Rex.
Exactly, yeah. Yes, guys.
All right, I'm going to move on to feedback now. I mentioned something that Karavi had said, Karavi, about an oracle that tracks BTC price. I believe we have API endpoints to do that. If not, I think even CoinGecko has an API endpoint. But if we need to do this a different way, communicate with me what you're talking about. It seems like you use the word oracle, and I've seen that word oracle used quite a bit in different communities and different systems. But if you can elaborate on that, that'd be good. Reach out to me on Discord or I guess that's really the best place to reach out to me and see if we can kind of we can make an Oracle endpoint easily that caches the pricing, and we can make that available to a bridge or a wrap token or whatever that we need to do for that. And see, that's a prime example of what I'm talking about. There's no way that any one person can invest all of their time and completely isolate themselves from their normal life to figure out all these things. But that was an important piece of information that could lead to opening something up that would be very beneficial. So if you can reach out to me, Kiravi, about that and let me know, we can talk about it some more. Any other questions? We can take some questions for a little while.
Is Lucas here? Maybe he would like to say some things about this bridging with other chains.
Yeah, I don't see him.
I don't see him either.
Maybe. The truth is that it is the holiday time for many people, and
That is true.
They have lost it. Is Saturday night, you know, and during in the heart of the summer, so
Yes.
they have lost the meeting this time.
Yep.
I'm sure that they're going to question things in another time after some days or some hours or something.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's pretty much it for this. Again, thank you everybody. Thank you community. Thanks for continuing to push BitcoinZ forward and get it known. All of the social media activity has been great. I want to thank Rock for setting up all of the AV stuff so that we can actually have this meeting. Vander, of course, for the excellent really visuals that you create, all your slide work, and Monobody for all of the support that you provide as well, and the research and all of the mathematician stuff you do for some people don't know
Moral
how
support.
much,
Just call it moral support.
how much math that you put out there. Sometimes I ask you to do an equation and just flies out with something. He's our resident scientist as well. But again, I want to thank everybody. Go ahead, Vendor.
I would like to thank you, CryptoRx and Margelus, for maintaining very, very important things, the very core of the project, and everyone who has helped in many different things.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, next time we meet, we will be, I guess, post halving.
Yes.
3 months from now. So people will get hyped about the drop of inflation, but the deflation, sorry. But please think again about the call of Rex and think yourself how you can help you as a person to help us grow.
Yes. I think we'll leave on that note as well. So thanks again, everybody. See everyone online, see everyone in the future. Good luck and be safe out there.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.